Yeah, no. Nowhere ever did I think that they would want to listen to it.
I was like, I got a song for you guys to listen to.
I can't believe we actually said that to them.
Yeah. His mom's like, are you being facetious? I was like, yeah.
Did you go, what does that mean?
Yeah. No, I kind of know what that means.
Oh, I can't believe you actually asked your parents if they wanted to listen to this song.
Oh, of course.
Why?
And I told him the first line of it. I was like, yeah, it's a song about adultery.
Yeah, why? Why would... yeah. No, duh, your parents would not...
Yeah, I said it would.
I can't believe you actually did that.
I can't believe you've done this.
I should slap you.
What? No! No!
Why not?
I don't know. It's a catchy tune.
Nothing about it is catchy.
Yeah, the song, the music is catchy. And the melody.
I will.
It's so easy to sing along to. And it's just like a fun, 16th note rhythm,
All right. Let's talk about that in a little bit here. Oh, this is recorded on 2/26/2023. Josh had a rant saved up,
Yes,
so I want to hear this rant.
So let's in that aspect is
Go on.
you
Go.
I don't know. I mean, what was it? What's the word I'm looking for here?
I'm going to be so sad when the audio only is gone because that one goes to the graveyard.
No.
We lose it. That's all right.
I do like that one.
So,
So,
as you heard from that, Aaron offered to let his parents hear a song.
what? Yeah.
I still can't believe you did that. So, what are we doing today? We are going to not listen to a song because copyright and that gets to be very dicey. If this was a YouTube only thing, we might be able to swing it that way, but alas, it isn't. So we are not.
Listen to it on your own if you want to.
Right. If you want to.
We've
We've known each other way too long, sir. How many times have we
This is true. It
done the
happens quite
same
a bit.
thing? Yeah, okay. So this isn't like a weird thing that has never happened before. It has happened. So this is a brand new, I guess you could call it segment. This is a new thing that we're going to be doing. We're going to be trying. Aaron proposed the idea of this,
Yes.
how to do this episode. And I said, sure, why not? Let's do it. Okay,
have
cool.
some
Let's
fun.
try it. And if I remember right, this was originally in a reaction to a song from Lizzo, which we aren't doing this week. What
No.
song by Lizzo was it? Do you
I
remember?
think it's literally called Good as Hell.
Okay. That rings a bell when we were talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Why does Lizzo keep coming up, by the way? Why does she keep coming up from you, Mr. Johnson?
Because of the radio at work.
Oh,
and then
okay.
it's like whenever I hear her songs, I'm like, oh,
Gotcha.
shut up. Yeah.
But anyways, I said, you know what? Sure, this sounds like fun. After this first song, I may regret saying that, but hey, we're going to give it a try here, and we will see how it goes and how it works out and how it may change and evolve in the future.
Right. I was just saying we could do songs that are ones that we actually enjoy and want to listen to. And I guess I would say, who knows? I mean, maybe we'll find out we end up enjoying some of the songs that we never thought we normally would enjoy.
Yeah, like this song, apparently, Mr. Johnson.
To a degree, okay? Leave me
Okay.
alone.
So here are the rules for this lovely little whenever we do a music thing. And I don't know if this is going to be a monthly and every other month. We haven't talked about that. We'll figure that out. Okay. First off, this isn't Aaron's music showdown. This isn't Aaron's music list for everyone to listen to. That
no.
Okay, Aaron isn't the only one picking the songs. Unlike the book thing, unlike Aaron's book club.
I'll pick the book, but I'm open to suggestions.
Right. But unlike Aaron's book club, Aaron won't be the only one selecting songs.
Correct.
I envision this being a back and forth. In other words,
oh, heck yeah.
like I'll pick one month, you pick the next month, blah, blah, blah. Unless, and here's why I say the unless there's some song that really comes into the forefront of the news and culture, like today's song.
Yeah.
Then that song may supplant one of our selections for that next time.
Uh-huh.
But we'll decide, okay?
Yeah.
This next thing, at least for me, my song selections, the ones that I'm going to propose and pick, and we haven't talked about how to bring up song selections yet. For this one, obviously, we're doing this particular song. We'll get to the song title in a minute here. But I can't say that this is how Aaron will propose his songs here.
Right.
But for my songs, more than likely, they will come from the non-Christian realm from me. Okay.
My goodness. You listen to other music other than Christian?
Oh, yeah. But I'm going to say this. I'm not looking for music that is blatantly sinful, full of sin, evil. Of course, this week may be an exception to that.
Well, okay. Yeah. This is your choice. Yeah, these are your things.
I'm saying what the songs that I'm picking, right?
Yep.
They will be more likely from the non-Christian realm, but there may be some things that kind of fall into maybe because of some of the topics they cover, things that we can agree on as Christians in that, okay? The reason I say my selections will more likely not come from that non-Christian realm, and don't get me wrong, I got some songs that I have in my short list from the Christian realm to pick at some point in the future, but not for this immediate next one. These songs, the reason I do it, tend to be more mainstream, tend to be more in people's minds on things. The people probably often know these more in general public, and oftentimes people don't think about the words or images they consume. They just like to listen to the song. They just like the beat. They just like the rhythm. They just like whatever. They like the hook of the song. They get a dopamine hit off the hook. And I would like to think of that as Christians, we do look at what is going on in the world at large with wisdom and discernment, including the music we listen to. And we listen to it for more than just the beat and more than just the hook. That we actually analyze what is proclaiming and what is being discussed in the song. I remember back in college, one thing that we were taught was to try and look at things from a Christian worldview all the time and how we could redeem something. That is, how could we redeem music, culture, art, our jobs? Obviously, there's some stuff that is unredeemable. For example, there's no way you can redeem pornography. You can't make Christian porn. No. Okay.
No.
But at the same time, we're always interacting with culture. And the music that people that you work with listen to, these are things that's going to be known to them. This is things how they're going to relate to the world, especially if they're big into music and that. And they may or may not understand the message that they are listening to on a daily basis. And if I'm being honest, the songs on my list that I pick, I won't be picking anything that I don't like. In other words, you're not going to hear anything from Nickelback on here.
Oh.
Okay. Now, when I'm proposing my songs, some selections will be direct. In other words, I'll say the next time we do this, it's going to be song X. That will be how it'll be. Sometimes, like this month, and we'll get to my songs list at the end here. I'm going to present a list of potential songs to you, Aaron.
Oh,
and you pick one of them.
What?
So there are lists that I say these are the ones I'd like to do. Aaron, which one should we?
Which one are we going over?
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, spoiler alert: all the songs have a similar theme. I think you'll figure it out pretty quickly by the time you're like into song 3 on my list. Okay. All right. Just letting you know, there's something similar that connects all of them.
Great.
Okay. It's not that difficult. Trust me. It is really simple. Third thing is here, we will not be playing the song just due to copyright issues.
Oh, yeah.
We may read some of the lyrics where necessary, but I'm not going to go down and do the fair use defense road here. There's just too many forms to fill out, and I don't have time to fill out all those forms and continuously respond to copyright holders on things. If this was a YouTube only segment, we'd be able to do that. It'd be easier. But podcast hosts are a lot more strict on what they allow on their things, and that's fine. I get it. So the songs themselves will be analyzed in a few ways. Some of these things, well, actually, no. Most of these things are probably going to be pretty subjective from either side. Music and art is like that. Okay. Now, that being said, we can agree on certain things like, hey, are they a good singer or not? Yeah, you could objectively, you could say, yes, they're a good singer or not.
Mm-hmm.
But subjectively, like, hey, do I like the topics covering the lyrics? No, I don't like. Notice I said the word like in there. So here's the things that at least here's what I'm going at this for and how the songs will be analyzed. Okay. First off, they're going to be analyzed on their sound. How is the song composed? How is the instrumentation? Does it bring you into the song? The style of music, does it help convey the message that the words are trying to get across?
Mm-hmm.
That sort of thing. Do the lyrics and sound match? For example, one of the happiest, saddest songs I know, I know I've played this song for you, is Defining Me by Motherfolk.
Oh, geez.
There was hope the first time I listened to the song that this is one of those songs where it maybe like started describing a person's journey and how they felt and then how they realized things. But I was very wrong about that song, just to be frank. So during the chorus, it's very upbeat. It's happy. It has like all this happy little dingy percussion and all this. Sounds great. And then hear the lyrics to this very happy with the banjo and everything.
Yeah.
I'm not sanctified and I'm not free. There's not love that's come to rescue me. Bend my heart and even break my knees, but it's these chains that are defining me. Okay. And then it gets even happier sounding. More banjo, more percussion, happy dingy percussion. It goes, I met Jesus. He came to me and he said, son, do you want to believe? I cried, oh, help me from the grave I'm in and teach, I'm in and give me life in who I really am. But it goes back to that chorus. I'm not sanctified and I'm not free. Even with all that happiness playing, all these depressing songs.
Love the depressing lyrics. I mean, heck yeah.
Okay. So that'll be part of it. Okay. At least from how I analyze as well. Now I will have to say I do have a leg up on this from Aaron's in some respect, in that in one of my classes in college, we actually did this for the class where we analyzed songs. We went out and we looked at interviews that the artist maybe gave on the song. We had to interpret them through a Christian worldview. We had to talk about them and what the lyrics were talking about and compare and contrast the sound with the lyrics and everything. So this isn't my first rodeo with this. So unlike Aaron, I do have a little bit of a leg up. So sorry, Aaron, in advance. That's why my analysis for this song is so long.
Jeez, Louise.
It's 2.5 to 3 pages, the analysis.
Goodness.
Okay. Now the next the next thing we'll be looking at is the lyrics. So, and at least from my perspective, looking at the lyrics, and I'm going to be honest up front here, at least from my perspective I'm going to be looking at this through a Christian worldview, Christian lens, the lyrics, that is. Now, this does not automatically make a non-Christian song evil, obviously, because I'm nominating non-Christian songs. There are a lot of things out there that carry a great message. For example, What I've Done by Linkin Park. Well, this isn't a Christian song in the least, or not even a Christian artist or group. These lyrics have some great truth to them, even if they are said in a different way than how a Christian would address them. So there are some things that we could find on common ground there between them, even if this is a quote unquote secular band. Okay. Now, I'll admit some songs are just fun. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, right.
And in those fun songs, trying to convey a serious message is not even a part of it. So you have to realize between the two, is this just a fun song or is this a song trying to convey a message? Okay. And some songs are serious. They try to convey a message. So we'll look at that and compare and contrast stuff right here. Does the song tell a story? It doesn't have to be a complex story, but does it tell a story? By the way, I like songs that tell a story of some point. This one does have a story with it.
Yeah.
The another thing that I added on my criteria, are the lyrics catchy? You find yourself singing along with a song in the lyrics. This could be independent, whether I like the lyrics or not. The lyrics could be horrible. I may hate them, but they may be catchy. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do, and you go, oh, of course you would do it this way. How well does this song lyrically align to the Bible? This can get interesting because sometimes artists speak of things, and while they may not come a Christian worldview, unbeknownst to them, and maybe them not even trying, they may align with the Bible.
Right.
Okay. Now, I added this after I last talked to you. If there is an official music video for the song, not just a lyric video, but like an official music video, right? Does it add to or enhance the song in any way? Or was the video done just for fun? Because some videos they'll do just for fun. Some I'm trying to think of one. I think it's by Red. I forget the song name, but they have like the short music video, which is just the song. Then they have the long music video, which is like 9 minutes long, and it tells like this whole other story in addition to the song, and they make it all dramatized and everything. It's very interesting.
Oh,
so yeah, they have a short version and a long version.
Interesting. Okay, I haven't seen that.
Yep. The last thing is, would this make it onto my, or in this case, Aaron's? Aaron would have to answer this for himself.
In this case,
would it make it into his personal playlist of music? The first 4 things, the lyrics, music, blah, 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 grading scale 1 to 5. The last thing, it's a simple yes, no. You can't be like, would it make it on my playlist? I'll give that a 3. That's a yes, no.
Gotcha.
Okay. To keep things as fair as possible, and we didn't talk about it for this one necessarily, because this one kind of was like, this one's kind of at the top of social mind right now. The person who nominated / selected the song, so in this case, I'm nominating for the next time, right?
Yeah.
Will be the second person to go on the analysis. In other words, I'm not trying to influence you.
Yeah.
Okay. So with all that being said, let's talk about this week's song. This week's song originally came out last fall as a single to an album that just recently released. It broke into the news once again recently due to the Grammy performance. So if you figured out what song it is, congratulations. If you haven't been paying attention at all to the world, the news, whatever, the song is Unholy by Sam Smith and Kim Petras.
Yeah.
That's the name of the song. Obviously, like if this was YouTube, we'd play like part of the song right here.
Right.
Can't do that.
Snippet of it.
Yeah. So Unholy by Sam Smith. First off, Sam Smith. He is just a few years older than you, sir.
Huh?
He was born in May 19th, 1992.
No way. What the heck? I didn't realize he was that young.
Yep.
Holy crap. What am I doing with my life? I don't know.
So at the age of 16, so in the year 2008,
wow,
Sam Smith released his first single.
That Stay With Me?
I didn't write the song. Sorry. Sorry.
It's fine. It's whatever. I'll look it up.
In 2012, so 4 years later, right? He was featured on, the artist name is Disclosure, on their song Latch in 2012. Their first album was released in 2014, meaning they're like 21, 22 when their first album was released. For that first album in 2015, they won 4 Grammys. Wow. Like Best New Artist, New Album, blah, blah, blah. In 2016, they won a Golden Globe and an Academy Award for the song Writings on the Wall.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
He also wrote one of the James Bond theme songs.
I thought so. Trying to think of which one that was.
I'd have to go look it up again, but yeah. Now, other things.
Yep.
And I'm going to read this paragraph directly from an article here.
Oh, it's literally The Writings on the Wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
a James Bond song.
I'm gonna read this paragraph directly from this article here. Now, this article does use the phrase "they" because Sam Smith came out and said they're non-binary, so they said they them. So I'm just gonna read directly from the article. In other words, I'm not endorsing they them, but I'm just gonna read. Okay. Since they stepped into the spotlight, Smith has been public about their sexuality. They admitted in an interview that they had always been gay and that they even came out when they were just blank years old. How many years old were they when they came out to their parents? When Smith came out to his parents?
12, 13.
Go down.
7.
Go down.
4.
That's the age.
Wow.
Since they were just 4 years old.
Wow.
The singer has never hidden their sexual orientation, is still very confident in who they are. This is the other thing that made me laugh about this article.
Yeah.
This artist has also redefined soul music.
Okay.
So if you have listened to Unholy at all, I don't know.
I wouldn't say that. Okay.
Maybe some of their earlier work that I am not familiar with, because I will admit and say I am not
a Sam Smith.
a Sam Smith fanboy, or no, not at all.
Not even a casual listener.
Nope. So the other person that's singing in this song is Kim Petras.
Mm-hmm. Tim, what?
Kim. Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
At the time of their surgery, Kim Petras, and this was back in 2008. Kim Petras was the world's youngest transsexual.
That's right.
They had their surgery at the age of 16.
Wow.
They appeared on television shows and a documentary in a push to get permission to get early gender reassignment surgery. In other words, where they lived, they technically weren't allowed to have that surgery until the age of 18, but they kept doing a social media pressure on television and documentaries to be like, no, let me do this at 16. So they had the surgery back at 16 to transition from a male to female. During that time, they also began recording music as a teenager. And they were the first openly transgender artist to receive a Grammy Award for Best Pop Duo Group Performance for Unholy on February 5th, 2023. Before going into analyzing the song, here's just some facts about the song Unholy.
Okay.
Within 2 days of release, the song reached #1 on a range of worldwide chart platforms. In February 2023, Unholy won Grammy for Best Duo Group Pop Performance. It is Sam Smith's first Grammy nomination since 2015 and Kim Petras' first ever. Unholy is the second single from Sam Smith's fourth studio album, Gloria.
That's it.
Which was released on the 27th of January. I almost read February 1st, whatever, 2023. So it was released literally less than a month ago at the time of this recording. In other words, it was released, the album itself, just a few days before the Grammy Award happened. That being said, the single itself was released like back in November.
Yeah, that was sometime earlier.
Those are just some quick hit facts on this song. And now the song itself.
Yeah.
All right. Johnson.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Take it away. All right. It's gonna be 3 easy words. I love it. I'm just kidding.
I hope you're kidding with so
It's fabulous.
And that's exactly what he would say.
And if they would say.
Question for you.
Yes.
Did you watch the official music video?
Oh, I did.
Okay. The reason I say that, and I would say, yes, he would say fabulous or whatever, is because watching through the music video, all the ensemble performers, let's say, are very androgynous. Went right over your head, huh?
Yeah.
Guys dress as girls, girls dress as guys. There's no like, you saw just as, I can't believe these are words that are actually coming out of my mouth for this thing. I can't believe I actually watched this.
Yeah.
There's just as many guys in corsets and feminine wear as there were women in men type clothing. And when Sam Smith was singing on the stage, and this just drove me, it was funny as all get out, by the way. Like there are people going, oh, Sam Smith is singing on the stage and he's doing the Illuminati dance or symbol or whatever, while he's like dancing and like the two extras are like flat, like acting like a table moving back and forth with him.
Oh,
But no, they were both dressed exactly the same.
Yes.
One male, one female.
One man,
And I was like, oh, okay. As I say,
Yeah.
Sam Smith would go, oh, this is fabulous.
Mhm.
Anyways, go on.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and that was one thing I was kind of surprised. I barely remember much from the music video. I watched it several times. I was surprised on how much they like are allowed to show as far as like for like the breasts and stuff like that of the women. Like all you needed was the piece of tape to cover the nipple, and that was about it. I was like,
Yeah. And,
wow.
and I wrote in my thing, like, if it hadn't been on like YouTube, if it'd been like maybe behind a paywall or whatever, it would have been no
Marked.
tape.
Oh,
It would have been no tape.
right, sure.
Yeah, that music video was just even how it started.
What, the guy getting out of the car?
So the guy, the husband, is getting out of the car
Yes.
and like, getting his wife, whatever. But as he's doing this, and I knew what they were doing, essentially what it was doing is it was like he's getting his wife sent off to whatever this is, event it is. And you see like the little flashes, and it's like, oh, this is what he's thinking of, like he's getting ready to go to, like, his own flashes
Mhm.
in his own brain of essentially the party area.
Right.
What I found, I don't know if you caught this or not,
Probably not.
near the end of the scene with the wife, after she's like walking in the building, she's like looking at something in her hand, and then it has the body
Body
shop.
shop
But
on
did you
there?
see what else was on there?
Not off the top.
It was a condom.
Oh!
Because it said Durex.
Yeah. I thought I was like, that definitely looks like a condom package.
Yep.
Okay.
And then when you get to the rest of the music video, when it's the rest of the performers in the cast, they're
Yeah.
holding up little red packets that say Durex on them.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
And
I
then
wasn't
when the guy walks into the body shop to pay his cover fee and give his ticket so he can be admitted in, there's a bunch of those Durex packages right there on the counter as well.
Promoting safe sexual behavior.
Yeah, because you never saw one use in the entire video.
Right.
So right from the get-go,
Yeah.
you like within the first few seconds, you have the guy, he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I can't come with you, honey." And he's British.
Well, yeah, same as so.
Yeah, exactly. And then he's saying this, and then just flashes to like if I was being pessimistic, it would look like an orgy scene, and then back to him going, "Oh, and have a good time," and then flash again, and then
Content wise, like what the song is about, is obviously not good.
all right, what is it about, sir?
Adultery, pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah.
You could I wrote in my notes, you could rename the song Infidelity and be the same thing.
Yeah, yes. Well, so I guess that's I don't know, like I was just reading one article kind of describing the song and talking about the lyrics and supposedly dissecting it. It's by I can't Aural Crave, AURALCRAVE.
Okay. That's probably oral.
Oral
Or like, because
Crave.
no, it could be oral because
Oral.
like your
Oral Crave.
like that describes like your hearing.
Mm.
But anyways, go on.
Yeah, and there's and obviously, so right for this article it says "Unholy" is a song about an adulterous relationship. Yeah, the video makes that quite clear.
Yeah, very clear.
And I mean,
actually.
even obviously the lyrics as well. Just starting off right away with "Mommy don't know, Daddy's getting hot at the body shop, doing something unholy."
Okay.
So that's a great introduction right there.
So, and I know when I talked to you a couple days ago and I mentioned body shop, you're like, "What?"
Yeah,
what's body shop?
did not know what body shop was. Obviously, I knew it was something not good because he's doing something unholy there. But when you were talking to me about it, body shop was he basically described it as a brothel kind of thing.
Yes.
In a sense where you're somewhere where you can go off and be sexually pleasured.
Right. So the body shop, it was the first nude strip club.
Yes.
On the Sunset Strip in LA. And I pulled this directly from their website. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is how they describe themselves. A part of the LA scene for men and women since the 1960s. The Body Shop was the first all-nude strip club on the Sunset Strip, featured in rock and rap music videos and frequented by celebrities and music stars. The Body Shop offers first-class entertainment and excitement. The Body Shop did start on the premise of a car body repair shop, hence the name Body Shop. And it is featured in the music video.
Mm-hmm.
So that when they say whatever in the Body Shop, that's what they mean. And they go, obviously the video, they make it a little more explicit to say the least.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you didn't get what was happening by the lyrics in the song, once you saw the video, you knew what was going on.
Yeah. Yes. This is very true. So obviously we know like the lyrical content of this song is, I mean, it's gross.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So verse 1, because we're talking about lyrical content right now, right?
Yes.
If I'm reading verse 1 right, it seems to be from the point of a person that knows the husband and is like making comments or condemning the husband. Is that how you're reading as well? Because the reason I say is like it starts with a lucky, lucky girl. She got married to a boy like you. If that was him who was doing the cheating, the one that he'd be like married to a guy like me, but he's saying like a boy like you. So in other words, it's saying like, hey, I see what you're doing, and I hear the whispering of what you're doing and going on and everything. So is that how you read it too, or
okay? Gosh, I don't even know how I was thinking about that.
And he talks about, the person who's talking about it, he's going, it's basically a common fact, common knowledge that's getting out there. Because he goes, I hear them whispering about the places that you've been and now you don't know how to keep your business clean.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like the second, I guess, line in the verse that she'd kick you out if she ever knew.
Right. So that's why I said it seems like it's like
someone
a
from
guy
the outside.
It's like I'm not saying you do this. Okay, so
yeah.
I'm just saying like let's say you told me like, hey, I'm cheating on my wife and having this affair, and you're telling me all this information, and this is me like me I'm saying, or I'm thinking like, you naughty boy, what are you doing? That's how I'm reading it.
All right, then yeah. We are on the same page as far as that goes.
Anything else on chorus on verse 1?
Oh, on verse, I mean, the song is very, I guess, pretty straightforward.
Now,
nothing to really misunderstand here.
Can I comment on one thing that I thought artistically, music wise, not video wise, was kind of interesting. Yeah, was kind of good. And I was like, okay, I'll give you points here. That opening chorus, that was sung by kind of like that choir.
The choir
and they use a choir.
Yes.
Now, the reason I say that it's interesting, okay, obviously they're saying unholy. You're doing something unholy. You're cheating on your wife. You're having an affair. That is a direct religious symbolism callback to like holiness, unholy, good versus bad.
Yeah.
And they're having a choir, which you normally associate with a church with something holy, singing something about someone doing something unholy. That contradiction in terms, and that's why I was like, artistically, I get that. So he's saying,
are you saying that the church is like?
No, I'm just saying it's artistically an interesting way of doing it. I'm saying
how you normally see choirs in a church
singing
about stuff being holy.
Right. And then instead here they're talking about
something unholy.
Yes. That's why I said it artistically, I'm going to give them a point for that.
Yeah.
But I see what they're doing there. They're doing a compare and contrast essentially. Because normally you have a choir singing about something good, something that is holy, something that is rejoiceful. And here they're singing about something that is not that. But at the same time, and the song is from the perspective of the man kind of condemning the cheating husband.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I said, it's like, okay, it's that compare and contrast, that contradiction of images between the holy and the unholy. Normally you don't have the choir singing about something unholy. Because that starts right away, at the start of the song.
The very first part of the song is the
and then they bring that chorus back, especially in the video. They make it very apparent that it's a chorus singing the chorus.
A choir singing the chorus.
A choir singing the chorus. A chorus singing the chorus. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they bring it back and forth, saying, "Hey, there's this choir again, bringing back that religious symbology for it, even though there's nothing religious or holy about this song.
Well, no, there's definitely nothing holy about it. Yeah, by any means. It's literally obviously the opposite because of the title of it. There's the whole chorus, which is basically the intro of the mommy don't know, daddy's getting hot at the body shop, doing something unholy. That's all the chorus is.
I mean, there's more to it. I wrote this. I said,
I'm sorry. Yeah, he's the whole thing. He sat back while she's dropping it, popping it. Yeah,
I wrote this.
All that.
This is probably some of the worst and most heart-wrenching of the lyrics in the song. And this is what I wrote is that, oh, he left his kids at home so he could get that.
And that was as far as, so musically, that was the main thing I didn't like vocally for the vocal parts, is that how drastic they changed the O-E-O-E-O thingies.
Yeah.
I don't like how they did, like, I like
you didn't like the O-E-O-E-O.
No. Well, it's just, I would like it if they did it differently.
Okay.
Like, they could have kept the ho-e-o-e-om part. It's just how the sound of the E going from the O and stuff is just very, very, oh goodness. I just had the word for it. Just like how drastic the differences in it and whatnot. It's very dramatic kind of change in there.
Yeah, whereas I approach it like, that is beyond sad that he left his kids at home.
Oh, no, lyrically.
So he could go and there's no other way to commit an affair.
Rocks off.
Okay, fine, you said it. At a debauchery strip club place.
Debauchery. Oh, that word is so much fun to say. Getting pleasured at this body shop thing. And then it goes in the second verse.
Oh, in the second verse.
Which is lovely.
Why is this so lovely?
It's just gross.
So the second verse,
yes,
it comes from the perspective of the mistress, the prostitute,
the girl person, whatever that the husband is cheating with. Gosh, and it's just it's disgusting. I don't know. I guess do I just read the lyrics from this point?
So here's what I wrote.
Yeah.
Basically, she's treating the guy like a sugar daddy and getting all of her designer toys. So Fendi, I had to look that up. I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, I didn't know what that. Well, yeah, I guess I was like, that's so close to Fender. I was like, are they doing something weird?
No, it's a luxury brand.
Yes.
So I looked up some of their stuff. They have a windbreaker that goes for $23,000. A teddy bear that goes for $850. Sweater, just a standard sweater, $1.5K. Okay.
Yeah, I looked up Mew Mew.
Oh yeah.
I saw there's some, like, I think it was either Fendi or Mew Mew that had it, but it was like they're like New Balance shoes for like about $1,000, and they didn't look great.
That was Fendi.
That was Fendi too. Okay.
Mew Mew is an Italian fashion brand.
Okay, I saw bags for that, like purses and stuff like that, and those were stupid expensive. So yeah, it's just so outrageously priced.
As the song says, Rihanna wore a Mew Mew recently.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Moo Moo.
Mew Mew like Rihanna.
Yep. It was a crystal embellished Mew Mew halter top and mini skirt for Mother's Day.
Cute.
Yeah. But that's what she's saying. She's like, give me that like Rihanna, because it's going to be pricey.
Right.
Obviously, there's other things in there. Prada.
Yeah. Prada.
Balenciaga.
And
we all remember all about that with Balenciaga a few months ago.
The whole children
sexualizing
stuff.
Yeah, so they had the shot with their children in it, the photo shoot with their children in it, having documents in the photo shoot about child pornography law rulings.
Yeah.
The child holding a teddy bear that appeared to be dressed in BDSM fetish wear. A child lying on a sofa behind a table with empty wine glasses.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's a great look.
And she also calls him daddy.
Yeah. Yes.
In fact, it's like she goes, daddy.
If you want it, drop the Addy.
And I think I had to tell you what an Addy was.
Well, because I was thinking, I was like, all right, I know it's one thing. It's not an ad because that would be stupid.
Yeah, that would be stupid.
So yeah, it makes sense to be like an address or something like that.
Yeah, so drop an address as in where should we meet
locate.
up?
Yeah.
Where are we gonna meet up? What's the hotel? What's the home address? Where are we having our illicit affair?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she goes, "Give me love, give me Fendi, my Balenciaga daddy. You gonna need to bag it up because I'm spending on the rodeo." And I think we had to talk about this today.
It's Rodeo Drive.
It's Rodeo Drive. Rodeo Drive is considered one of the most expensive 2 miles in the city, where they have hundreds of stores of top designer brands such as Prada, Balenciaga, and other crazy expensive places. So in other words, she's saying, "Hey, give me my Fendi, give me my Balenciaga, but put it in a bag because I'm going to go shopping now."
Spend all your money.
Again, why I said she's treating him like a sugar daddy.
Right.
Man.
And
to have that much money.
Well, it's funny. I like the line that comes after the whole Mew Mew, like Rihanna part, is he always call me because I never cause no drama. That, I mean, she's got this dude in a chokehold, or she could.
Well, she could, yeah, but
she could. I mean,
but she also realizes that she is living high on the hog right now.
Oh no, yes, absolutely.
That she gets whatever she wants because she doesn't cause any drama. She doesn't reveal to his wife, her sugar daddy's wife, that the two are sleeping together because she knows her gravy train will end at that point.
Right. Well, yeah.
And that's why she causes no drama, because she gets all that. But yeah, the one line that I saw in there, "You can watch me back it up. I'll be gone in the AM." In other words,
oh yeah,
she'll spend the night and then she'll be gone before anyone gets up.
Yeah.
In other words, she is there for two things: money
and pleasure
and sex.
Well, yeah,
and pleasuring him.
However that looks, yeah,
pleasuring him. That's what she's there for, because she equates the translation of sex into money and money into sex, and that's why she's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last two lines of this verse: "And when you want it, baby, I know I got you covered. And when you need it, baby, just jump under the cover." In other words, whenever you want to have sex, give me a call. I'll be there, and just jump under the bed, under the covers into the bed.
We'll get it done.
Yep. And then it ends with the chorus again.
Yep. And that finishes off.
And of course, if you watch the music video, I don't know if you paid attention to this. What happens at the end?
The wife goes in. Well, I saw she took her coat thing off and ripped off a wig.
Yep.
Or whatever.
But he was laying dead on the ground.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That's true too. Yeah. Yeah. So lovely song. Great story. Now, so in this person's article about it, I mean, there's more stuff in the middle where he writes some stuff about the song. And what I originally thought, which when I read this, I was like, oh, it's kind of funny how he, I guess, in a sense, made that connection as well. But it's like the musical aspect of it, and I was talking with Paul about this before we even started recording today. Was it's just the overall tone of the song is it gives a very dark, like, something bad's going on kind of song, which for whatever reason I was like, I dig it. Like, I enjoyed the musicality part of the song. Like, that's definitely a song I would just turn on and just listen to, mainly because also I said it could make a great metal cover, which long behold, there has been metal covers of it done. Yeah, I enjoyed the music aspect of it. I enjoyed the song. It's I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like simplistic, and I guess it's so weird because, like, I love metal, and a lot of the metal is very, like, technical, kind of wild stuff, but at the same time some of it can be simplistic, and I liked the simplicity of this song. Oh, the layers were cool. I liked the harmonies and the melody of the song. Very, I don't know, easy to sing along to. There's nothing, I guess, super hard to no hard parts really necessarily to sing to, unless you're trying to sing some of the choir, like, harmonies and stuff like that. I was hearing some of the layers in that where I was like, "Man, some people are really getting up there in the vocal range." Well, I guess for a guy at least. And that's another thing. It's like Sam, I don't know, like listen, he's got a great voice, in my opinion. I like his voice. But for as far as the song goes, this guy was saying that the song's dark mood highlights how the referred actions are wrong against nature. Using the term unholy implies a divine perspective on the situation, which yeah, I do think of that. Is interesting. I guess that's yeah, that's where I don't know a ton necessarily about Sam Smith other than well now that yeah, I know he's they them whatever and I've kind of figured by watching a lot of his other well, I mean, seeing this one to start off with is like a kind of a giveaway. I was like, all right, this dude probably a homosexual. All right, whatever. But yeah, and then I got kind of lost in looking at a bunch of other videos. I was like, they're all like dudes. Well, a lot of them are like just guys and his songs and stuff like that. And I mean, any song I pretty much listen to is some sort of love song. So I was like, okay, that was a clue. One thing I thought that this writer put out there was so using the term unholy. Yeah, okay, so it implies the divine perspective on the situation. It's not something the singer can fix. So I thought I was wondering why that's important. But that's what it says. Therefore, they invoke God's judgment on it and rely on his punishment eventually. So where the guy dies at the end of the music video. Now, granted, God's judgment would be terrifying, to say the least. Now, what originally where I just thought like the song was disgusting and just like all of, well, about just getting your sexual pleasure from whatever and cheating on your supposed wife and all this stuff and thinking of it just like that. This person was saying that unholy is an accusation of infidelity. And the meaning behind the lyrics is your behavior is unacceptable and you don't deserve the woman that you have as a wife. So I was like, well, I would agree with that if that's what they're trying to get across there. So that's where it's like, oh, maybe I need to do some like, check out some more we'll see if there's interviews with Sam Smith talking about this song. Cause I guess if he's not praising that kind of behavior or like I guess promoting it, then it's like, yeah, I think the actions in this song are disgusting. So in that regards, I mean, it makes even more sense to me how they have it just dark, like again, I wish I knew how to describe it, but like the musical aspect of it, just having this dark, uh, bad, I guess, tone to it, you could say. I would agree with that as far as condemning that behavior in the song. But other than that, yeah, definitely rough subject to say the least. Another
Okay.
yeah. So
So
I guess yeah,
go
they
on.
go on to say is I'm not asking you to be careful or fix it because you don't even get to earn my help. Okay. You are out you are out of the behavior of a good man should have. Okay, that's a weird way to say that. I condemn your actions as something unholy and hope somebody will do justice. Well, let me tell you, justice will be served at the end of the day, especially, I guess, unfortunately, with this man's life and apparently ended in death. And he will be thoroughly judged by God in that regard. And that would not be a good one. I'll say that at the least.
Here's what I gotta say about musically wise on this.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna read my summary, then I'll go back and read it.
Okay.
Essentially, it's basic electronica that identifies as pop music.
So I guess now what is pop music to you? Or what do you think of when you think pop music?
When I think of pop music,
Yeah.
and that's a very fluid definition there because
Well, yeah.
and even Sam Smith calls it pop song.
Mhm.
So
Well, yeah.
th- it's music that tries to appeal to the masses
Mhm.
in its some okay, I won't say in simplicity because there are some complex pop songs too.
Oh, yeah.
But in its wordage and or hooks because it needs something when I say hook, something that is easy for you to remember, something that will get you repeat. Like as I came in here and heard you just in there.
Well, that's for me. It's like the melody of it. It's like it's easy for your average person to sing along to, for sure. So when something is singable by people, it's more than often. I mean, probably will be more of a popular song. If a lot more people can sing to it, then the more people, I guess, could probably get into it more, I suppose, where like, oh, I guess I'm probably a bad example because I love metal, but I can't play metal. But like songs that I can play, well, even some songs that I mean would be easy to play. I guess I don't enjoy, but it's like if I can play something, I guess I can enjoy it all the more, especially if I like it. I don't know, because I always used to think pop just meant like
What?
just it was all the more electronic samples and stuff,
Well,
easy music to put together to a degree.
There's electronic samples and then there's electronica.
Yeah.
So when I say electronica, I'm talking like your house, your trance, your stuff like that. So there's electronica as in like your samples of your music and that, which is very repetitive in that. And that's what I said.
Well,
and so here's why I say this. This is why I wrote it's just very repetitively boring. It's just some electronica doing ba ba boom, ba boom, ba boom with a few random bass slides and other random noises in there for the most part. I was bored by the electronica music that is this repetitive. I like good electronica, but this is not an example of good.
Well, someone's a critic. No.
So that's why I said I was like, no, I'm not.
I guess for me it's like it doesn't sometimes like too simplistic can be bad, but I mean
in this ventured into too simplistic for me.
Okay.
This was just too simplistic and repetitive, the same thing over and over again. For vocals, I said, all the vocals try to represent a choir or a show choir. That was all right. His voice is good, clean, smooth, high, tight. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I said for that. I can give it, say, hey, good vocals, but the music itself is kind of
See, if I could have an instrumental version of that song where in some string instrument or something plays like the melody line, I'd be all over that. At the same time, thinking if the song is oh gosh, I already forgot what the word was that he used. But if it's basically condemning that sort of behavior, then I can get behind it. But I do find that weird how they
I think in that regard, in that article you find, I think that's that guy's interpretation of it. And that's the thing with music. Because
you can interpret
and I'm just trying to find it right now, but I couldn't find it. But when they talked with Smith about it, he says, I think it's my sexy phase, my villain phase now, about that song Unholy.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah,
that's weird. I can understand, I guess, where he's also comes with that, especially then listening to one of his most recent songs that has also grabbed a lot of attention was something about like I'm not here to make friends or something like that.
Yeah.
And that music video was very interesting.
I wasn't picking up on this in the lyrics, but he said the lyrics are implicitly queer themed.
Yeah, I think that would be a bad light shed on the queer community then if that's explicitly a queer thing.
Well,
like I understand
he's not talking about the video itself, but he's talking about the lyrics itself.
Right, yeah. Well, I'm saying so if that's more so just a queer thing, it's kind of bad. That's a bad light on that. So luckily for you, it's not just a queer thing.
Luckily for what?
For Sam.
Oh, I was like what?
Yeah, so like if he's trying to make that more of a queer focused thing in the lyrics, it's like I guess to think of adulterer as being more so in the queer community. The whole idea of adultery is kind of, I'd hope, still considered bad, but yeah.
It is in some regards, no, because what you're seeing a lot now in the news, and that is polyamorous open relationships.
Right. And all this focus on whatever makes you feel good and do what's good for you and whatnot. So at that point, it's just like you just give in to whatever little desire your heart gives you and just go after it. And it should be fine, right?
Yeah.
Um,
So
yeah.
just so you know, Sam Smith in an interview said, "This song is about liberating oneself from the clutches of others' secrets."
So you shouldn't even want to hide this adultery stuff. You should just live it out openly and let people know. Yeah, I don't like that.
He said he wants to uh, stray away from ballads and sad songs to explore queer joy in his album.
Yeah.
He goes, "I think joy for me and for a lot of queer people is quite a dangerous place. We're all masters of pain, and I think it's courageous to step into the queer joy of it all."
Lovely. Well, I liked this other person's outlook on the song better then.
That's what I said. When you get a chance to actually read the interviews by the artists,
Yeah,
they are going to differ from how other people see the song, and where I would love to see that interpretation as the real thing. Yeah.
It would be great to see that interpretation be from
Yeah.
the artist itself, which, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one of those, I guess I can go into one of those things, and it's like for me to listen to the song and be like, yeah, this is awful behavior. But
All right. So let me ask you this,
Yeah.
because remember I said we were going to do it on lyrics, song, music video, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
The last one we still haven't done.
Biblically,
How does it line to that one's an easy answer for me.
It's sinful.
Yeah. It doesn't align at all.
Well, I mean, it doesn't align with things that are of God.
Right.
It's quite obviously the opposite, being unholy, and God is holy. Yeah, it doesn't get much more simple than that, really. I mean, you could use it to just be a description of what was it? Like some of the oh gosh, I can't. It's the Roman. Gosh, what were they? Where they were doing all these strange acts and stuff like that that were sinful and wrong and sexually immoral.
The temple prostitutes.
Yes, thank you. I could not.
So here's what I wrote in my section under how well does it align to biblical values.
Yeah.
Here's what I wrote. So I wrote a paragraph. Okay.
Okay.
While the first verse at first glance may seem like it as the person, a third party, is basically condemning the actions taken by the person committing the adultery. The second verse seems to glamorize it. In this case, it is a dysfunctional song being condemning but glamorizing at the same time. Thankfully, the song does call what the cheating husband is doing as unholy. Yes. Again, tying back to religious imagery, but beyond calling him a dirty, dirty boy, does not do much more than that. Take into consideration the imagery provided in the music video. It essentially is a strip club, and I'm sure they were not just putting this video on YouTube. The tape would not be present in the areas the tape were provided.
Yeah, I suppose. A fashion thing for people. So, I mean, I can see them having it on there just for the fun of it, but
no, that's not a fashion thing.
I don't know. It kind of seems like it. The whole apparel of. Yeah.
I'm talking about the tape on the nipples.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, that's because censorship rules are weird. And that. So I'm going to ask you this question down the list. Okay. Just to get an answer. On a 1 to 5 scale, lyrics.
I guess in what way?
This is why it's subjective. You know, how are the lyrics good, bad, what? On a 1 to 5 scale, what are they?
I mean, bad. It's bad. It's a bad subject, I guess.
Still, 1 to 5.
Dude, I don't know. 3 to 4.
4, but bad. Okay.
Oh, well, I thought it was like a level of bad.
No, like 1 being bad,
1 being terrible, 5 being good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Scale
2 to 3.
Have you ever done stuff on the scale 1 to 5?
Yes.
Okay. So 2 to 3. So 2.5. Let's split the difference. Okay. Musical elements.
But I mean, Oh, it's so difficult. Musically, I liked 3.5 to 4, 3 3/4. I don't know. I enjoyed it.
You're being difficult here now.
Yeah.
Okay. Biblical values.
Well, 0 as far as a biblical value.
Okay. And music video itself.
It's gross. See, this is the thing. I look at it's bad. It's
Right.
wrong.
Right.
Is it portrayed well? Yes.
And that's the thing. You can say something is portrayed well, that something is done well, even if you completely disagree with it.
Well, no, I guess I'm not saying like that. It's one of those things where it's like, you look at the Christian church where it's like we hesitate to, really talk about stuff for how it's really done, or the whole sugarcoating stuff.
Right.
Like this is just blatant, like this is what's happening.
Right.
And it's just in your face, boom. Like I think that is great. I wish the church would do more of that and just be blatantly open and be like, hey, this is the reality of it.
Mm-hmm.
So in that regards, it's good for how, as far as that goes. Like, is the subject matter itself sinful and terrible? Yes.
Yes.
But how they're portraying it is very well done.
So does that change any of your ratings for any of those?
Um,
Because you can objectively say something is made well,
yes.
but you disagree with it because of the subject matter. You can objectively say that.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah. I mean, and then...
So if I was to ask you this again...
lyrics would be... Gosh, it's like lyrics need just separate categories. Because how the lyrics were delivered, like, I liked the whole melody and rhythm and flow of it. So in that regards... closer to a 4. And seeing this is the thing, I'm not a lyricist, so as far as like choosing words and what words to use and
and that's fine. And that's why I said
I can't. Yeah,
there's the lyrics and then there's the musicality. How's the rhythm? How's the flow? How's the thing? So okay, so you say it's closer to 4 on that, on how they're presenting. I'm not saying by saying 4, that doesn't mean you're like, I love these lyrics and I agree with them. You're not endorsing them.
No. Well, no. Well, unless they're saying if it was bad and shouldn't be done, well, then yes, absolutely.
I know. Musicality then, because you seem to be pretty high on that for musicality. So what do you give that?
That's about a 4.
Okay.
3 to 4. Yeah, in there. I don't know.
Okay. Music video. How was that? And again, you could
done well. Yes, done well. I hate the subject matter, but
I 100% agree.
That was one thing. I mean, for some of Sam Smith's other music videos, it's like he does have a very well done. I guess it's obviously very high quality videos.
Right.
As far as getting a message across in video.
How well did it tie in with the song? How well did it convey the message of the song? How was it artistically?
Good.
So 1 to 5.
Same. I'd be a solid probably 3 to 4.
4. Okay. Now, biblical value. How does it line with the Bible? You said 0 before. Still stay with that?
From what Sam Smith said, I would say a 0.
Okay.
But like, I guess what do you necessarily mean by aligning with the Bible?
That's a loaded question, sir.
Great. Well, I can't give an easy answer to a loaded question.
These are not supposed to be easy in the slightest, sir.
I mean, I guess you could say in a sense it aligns pretty well with saying it's unholy for those actions. So I'd say that's pretty solid.
All right. So 1 to 5.
I mean, if it aligns with, if the behavior in there is unholy and it's saying it's unholy, and I would agree that, well, I would say the Bible would consider that, that behavior as very sinful and unholy, then I'd say, yes, it quite aligns with the Bible.
So what are you giving it a 4?
Well, that's just like a yes or no. Well, no,
that's what I said. 1 to 5.
That could be a 1 through 5. I'm going to give it a 4 just because then it does talk about the whole.
Interesting.
Okay. I don't know.
So here's how I rated it.
Okay.
I wrote down my ratings already a while ago, yesterday.
Oh, I'd imagine.
Lyrical analysis, I wrote it as a 1.
Yeah.
I was just like, Even, granted, not a fan of the subject.
Yeah.
It was very much, here's what's going to happen. because they go Addy, you know, they have these shorthand things.
Yeah.
In 15, 20 years.
It's
People,
gonna be,
people are going to be like, what the heck are they talking about? Right?
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Musical elements, I gave it a 1. Again, I said it was very repetitive. The only thing that saved it from a 0 was the fact of the vocals. Okay. Here's where I gave it a little more leeway. I said music video. I gave it a 3. I said it fits in well with the words. It fits in well with what they're doing.
Yeah, it does.
Was definitely not my cup of tea, not my thing I would go and watch over and over again, but artistically, okay. How well does it align to biblical values? I gave it a 2 only for the first verse as potentially condemning the person.
Right.
The second verse, it starts to glamorize it a little bit, at least it seems. I was like,
well,
nope.
It glamorizes it for the person that's benefiting from
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where I end up with that, with a grand total of 7 points for me.
Damn, I really rated this
high. 16 for
Heck
you.
Yeah.
And that's 16 out of 20.
Yeah.
So this gets a Aaron approved song to listen to and play for your youth group. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely.
So
show the kids that this is wrong.
So the last question I have to ask you, Aaron, then. This song, as it stands, does it make it on your personal music playlist? I'm not saying the metal version. I'm not saying this song, it stands. Are you going to go and blast this around your parents or in your vehicle while you're driving to work?
Would I blast it within like public where people are going to know I'm listening to it? Probably not. If I was on a road purely alone, would I blast it for the fun of it? Probably. If I look at it from a perspective of condemning it and it being bad, well then, yes, I like the song. I like the song regardless musically. Like if I had an instrumental version of this, then totally.
Oh wow, so repetitive. Boom.
Boom. It's so see, and that's the thing with it. A song can be very simple. And it's got layers, okay? You gotta pay attention to all the layers. Oh,
it's an ogre. I got it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So like if it were longer, I would definitely be much more turned off by this song. It is good enough length where it's like, okay, I can listen to this for this period of time. If it were to go much farther, I'd be like, all right, I'm skipping. It's one of those things.
So it makes it on your list or not? This one's the yes or no answer. This one's at the 1 to 5.
I don't know. I don't know if I could knowingly. I guess I'd have to say no, just based on the artist's purpose for the song.
Okay.
Gosh, yeah, this became a lot tougher than I expected for this song specifically.
You know, I'm not going to let you get away easy on things.
Oh, well, I know. I expect that. It's just like, I did not expect this song the more and more that I thought about it. Like, if you asked me this yesterday when I first listened to it, I'd be like, heck no. But as soon as I saw this dude's outtake on it, or I don't know, person's outtake on it, saying that the song is condemning this sort of behavior, I'd be like, yeah, I'll listen to it. But are most people going to understand or think that? Probably not. They'd be like, oh, they would just see it for the whole glamorizing the unholy acts. Because, I mean, that's all a lot of people do anyways. So why condemn it if it's so well accepted? So I guess, yeah, I'd lean no. If there's ever an instrumental version, yes.
Okay. My answer was pretty simple, straightforward, flat. No. I never want to deal with the song again.
Well, now I know my number one song that I'm going to play if we're ever in the car together.
Noted. I'll have countermeasures.
Guilty pleasure.
All right. So, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah.
The next time we do this.
Yeah.
Or it's a month or 2 months. Well, we haven't decided yet. I will give you right now. I have 7 potential songs.
Oh, jeez.
You have to pick one of them.
Right now, or do I have time to pick?
Yep. Right now.
Right now, but I need to
right now. No chance to review.
Well, not to read. Just I wanted to know what songs I'm going over.
I'm about to tell you right now.
But I don't know the songs. Maybe I don't. Maybe I do. I don't know. Where are they?
And there's a reason why, because this group is back.
Are they all from the same group?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
This group is kind of back in popular stream because they just released a song.
Gee, I wonder who this is now.
I wonder. See, I told you you'd figure it out real easy.
Yeah.
Okay. All of these songs, I believe, have a message to them that is worthwhile.
Okay.
That's my personal belief. I want to hear Aaron's disagreement or yes to them.
Reinforce.
Yep. Not all of them have a music video.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't pick them if they have music video or not. That's why I said if they have music video. If they don't, if they do, they don't. So here is your list of 7 songs to pick from. One More Light, Heavy, Castle of Glass, A Line in the Sand, Breaking the Habit, Leave Out All the Rest, Numb, and not the Encore Jay-Z version, the original version.
Oh, I guess I'd have to go back and forth and listen to those.
So here, I'm going to turn my computer so you can see the list.
That's tough.
Might want to move your water glass so I don't accidentally knock your water over. So pick one.
Oh, that's so tough. Oh, because
I know which one I would pick, but that's why I selected a list like this.
Well, at least good thing is just because I'm not going to pick 6 of them doesn't mean we can't do them later. Oh my goodness, why is this so difficult? Because I shouldn't say recently. It was probably in September when I heard One More Light for the first time. I was like, oh,
yeah,
like this song. And Heavy, I remember finding out, I was like, this is Linkin Park. I'm like, ugh. But I was like, dude, actually, I really like the song though.
And it is off the One More Light album.
Yeah.
The last album before Chester took his life.
He took him, allegedly. I thought there was something about where he actually didn't.
There was something like that for a little bit, but it's kind of
came out as
Yeah, he did.
Now I wasn't thinking about it. I wasn't sure if it was Chester or if it was Chris Cornell.
Chris Cornell.
No, he hung himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Nope, that's right.
I know which one I would pick from this list, but
what would you pick? Castle of Glass?
I'm not saying until after you select.
The only reason I guess is because you were listening and watching that music video when I came down.
Oh, I have listened to every single one of these at least twice in the last 24 hours.
Oh, okay. Man, I hate this.
It's of your own invention.
I know, but it's I want to do them all.
And do you see how long it took us to do one?
I haven't seen.
About an hour.
Hot diggity. All right. Just do a Linkin Park special episode.
It's more than one episode, sir.
Yes. I'm gonna say I'm going to do Breaking the Habit.
Breaking the Habit?
Yeah. What were you thinking?
All right, Breaking the Habit is the song we will be doing.
Which one were
and
you?
That one does have a music video. It's anime inspired music video.
Okay.
It's very intriguing.
All right.
The video.
What one were you thinking?
The one personally I would do, but we're locked in already. Okay, we're locked in.
Yeah, locked in. Yep.
Okay. Castle of Glass.
I knew it. I knew that was the one you wanted to do. I don't know why, but I just was like, he probably wants to do Castle of Glass.
The story behind that one's very intriguing and interesting.
Yeah.
With the theme
Wait,
being...
but I thought, I guess you did say you'd, but I thought you said you would pick some songs.
Yeah. I said I would suggest a list and then have you pick the actual song.
Yeah, but I thought
and there will
early you say there's times where you're just going to pick.
Yeah, there'll be times when I'll just say this song.
Okay. All right. Good.
But I couldn't pick myself between that list, so
you're forcing me to try and pick.
Exactly.
I want to do Castle of Glass.
No, so Castle of Glass, what's interesting about that one, if you read behind the lyrics and the interviews and that, it talks a lot about loss from like a military perspective and how a lot of people, they're just shattered and broken when that happens. but they're like, think of it this way. You're looking at a big castle of glass. You're one little crack in that with your loss and your pain. You have to find a way to get over it and move on and continue to move forward because no one's looking at that little crack. They're looking at the whole castle. And that's why the music video is structured the way it's done. It's actually done in collaboration with the military and with Modern Warfare. They actually did. They had a lot of Modern Warfare scenes in the music video.
Oh, interesting.
All right. We got our song locked and loaded for next time. And yeah, that music video is very, very interesting. There's some parts where you're like, is that cloud going into or out of the person?
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
It's a very it's a very good, yeah. I can hear the song in my head now. It has a very distinct opening.
Heck yeah. That's a good one. I'm excited for that now.
Yeah, did I have? No, I didn't put it on here. I almost thought about it, but I decided not to because I was like, there's really no message in it. Bleed It Out.
Oh, I love that one though.
I
do love that one.
One of my ex-girlfriends, I made her upset with that song.
You played it for the millionth time.
Yep. It was literally on CD on repeat in my vehicle. And she's like, oh, great. Here we go for the 100th time.
Yeah.
And she's like, why? I was like, because yes, I want to go for it again.
And another one.
And literally it was that song on repeat. So that's she's awesome. Like, great. Here we go for the 100th time.
That's awesome.
Okay.
That is awesome.
Well, at least now we know what song will not be on Aaron's playlist. However, that being said, I think what I am going to do on Spotify is create a playlist of all of the songs that we talk about.
That we
here.
say yes to? Or,
no, that we just
we talk about in general? Okay. All right.
And so for for at least a month, it's going to have just one song on it. Unholy by Sam Smith.
Oh, lovely.